Hey guys, cleaning by Chrissy. I wanted to put my face into the videos this time because I thought it'd be a lot easier than having to wear a body cam and all that stuff. So anyway, I thought I would film bathroom cleaning. This is another bathroom that it's not that gross, but it's just your usual maintenance clean. And just wanted to show you what I use. This is a normal, like nothing's perfect here. First off, I have my rags. I use different rags for the toilet versus rags for the sinks and the mirrors, obviously, and my cleaners. So typically for my cleaners, for the sinks and shower and tubs, I just have, now this is Dawn Power Wash, but mind you, I just reuse the bottle and I fill it up with Dawn soap, rubbing alcohol, like a squirt of both, and fill the rest up with water. And as far as my shower cleaner, same thing, Dawn soap, rubbing alcohol, vinegar, and the rest with water. Just squirts it all. I don't have like perfect measurements on any of these things, so just so you know. But I like to use them both, even though they're kind of in the same ingredients. This one it puts out a nice little foam, and then this one with the vinegar as well. So that's kind of how I do it. And what I like to do is dilute, not really dilute, actually spray everything on all the sinks and the tubs and the shower and let it sit for a while I'm so I do that, and then I put some toilet cleaner into the toilet, and then I go back and start the first one I sprayed down. So let's do that, and then we'll get started on scrubbing. So here we go. So I'm just gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna kind of make room for all the spraying to get everywhere around the sink. Sometimes I'll use Comet if it really needs it, which I think this one actually does. Now for this side of the sink, same thing. Sometimes even the Comet first, actually, if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be on a wet surface, so it's going to be just fine. And now for the tub, same thing. So let me adjust the camera. I'll be right back. All right. And this one could use it. This tub doesn't get used as much, so it gets a lot of dust around it. Plus, these are all old sinks and tubs, so you're going to get, the water, calcium buildup, and everything else. What I've noticed to be a really good cleaner for calcium buildup and the toilet rings is the pumice stone, the scouring stick. I'll show that to you right now. All right, let me show you what I was talking about. The scouring stick is really good for getting off the any kind of calcium buildup in the sinks and our toilets. Obviously, you want to use the same stick for both, but just say it works great. It's not that expensive as well. Get it at your local Walmarts, Targets, Amazon, wherever. So just so you know. Okay, so I just put the toilet cleaner, I just used regular toilet cleaner into the toilet, sprayed it up with some Pine Sol and water. So that's soaking and sanitizing. Now we're going to get started. I use, I'm going to get the shower as well. As far as scrubbing down the sinks, I bought this, Amazon. It's like a stainless steel kind of rag thing. It's great. But the other thing you can use is, let me find it because I just saw it, just a typical scrubby, sponge. You can get these anywhere. This, not so much, I don't think. I think I've only saw it on Amazon, or the magic eraser. I don't always break that out, but I do have it, so in case I do need it. Let me go soak the shower real quick and get that going and put some comment on that one for sure. I probably will use the magic eraser on the floor on that one. So yeah, let me set that up real quick. All right, so let me get to the shower. Now these, obviously it's an old shower, as you can see. I'm not going to be, unfortunately, sometimes there's mold that's under the caulking. There's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. So do the best you can with what you got. Okay, and I'm going to spray this down pretty good with, try to get the little nozzles as well. They get the calcium buildup on those for sure, especially the hard water here where I'm at. Okay, and then while that soaks, we'll get started on the sinks. And I like to rub the sinks out and get the counter done and then do the mirror, because sometimes I do the mirror and shiny it up, and then I'm doing the counters afterward, and then I'm getting water spots on the mirror. So it's kind of like double work. So let's move the camera to that and I'll show it to you. All right, so I'm going to use this to scrub the sinks. And this is just basic cloth. It's old now because I washed it enough times. It's just getting, you know, dingy. But these were just towels I think I found at Costco or something, just like a terry cloth towel kind of thing. I normally use these old ones for the toilet. They work really good too. They have a little like scrubby side to them. Anywho, all right, so I just put this in my pocket while I get scrubbing. And the little Comet, give it a little. Now you got to ask your clients, because some have sinks that will not allow anything but like Dawn soap. Like you always got to make sure you don't use the hard stuff on people's things and make sure you get their okay. But this is an old sink, so it can take it. I also have, which might come in handy as well as I think about it, is this scrubby brush, just to get, you know, edges that might be hard to get with your hands. Works really good. In fact, I might just grab out that scour stick. I see there might be some build up right on the edges there where the faucet is, so I wouldn't mind giving it a little go to see if I can help that along. And again, it is an old sink, so there's also on this tub definitely a knee pads also help area where I could scrub down that calcium buildup. Okay, so the good thing about housekeeping I notice is that you're grounding because you're working with water. And when I say grounding and earthing, it's like you're touching the earth. I know it sounds real hippie, but it really is amazing. I didn't realize that what a difference it made when I went back to this job from working at the grocery store full time. My hair was starting to break. My nails were getting brittle again. And before, when I did this job, I didn't realize, because I used to always work office jobs as an executive assistant, and I was wearing the fake nails and my nails were getting brittle and breaking and everything. And so I figured, oh, I'm not going to wear these fake nails anymore. Let me adjust this real quick. I'm not going to wear these fake nails anymore. My nails are getting strong because of that. Well, probably on top of that. And somebody mentioned you're working with water. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Okay. Now, fast forward years later, I find out about this thing called grounding, which is basically touching the earth. Sounds hippie, I know. Sedona would talk about it if you go to Sedona. And basically you have electric negative ions that go through your body. And it's basically it's like an inflammation, anti-inflammation. Like if you have inflammation, which most of us do, this helps that. It helps you sleep better. I noticed my hair started to grow again. Like it was crazy because my hair literally would only be at this length. And now, well, it's in a ponytail, but it's definitely a lot longer now. And my nails are always having to cut them down because they're nice and strong. And I was like, you know, when you're working with water, water's coming out of the earth, you're touching the water, you're grounding. So showering, you're grounding. Feet to the ground as far as cement, dirt, grass, anything that's natural, you're grounding. So especially if it's a wet conductive surface, I believe it's stronger. I have a multimeter and I've tested it. I'm a nerd, so I notice a huge difference. So when I'm working this job, I'm definitely a lot less tense. And I was like, that's why I'm calm, because I'm working with water all day while I'm cleaning sinks and showers and bathtubs. I'm like, Who knew? So it's always a positive about cleaning. Think about that when you're doing dishes and stuff. Just think about your grounding and you're putting your body into anti-inflammation mode, which is a good thing for all of us. With us all wearing shoes all the time, and especially the processed diet we all eat, it's like we're not doing our body we're doing our body a disservice, to be honest with you. So just so you know, you're grounding when you're working with water. So let me be right back. All right, so let's finish up here while I'm working with water. I normally just kind of do this to get all the water out off the sink. And then whatever spillover, I'm going to use my rag to wipe it down. And it's funny, since I work at the grocery store part-time now, but they have this thing they call zoning where everything has to be label side up. So now when I put people's stuff back, I always make sure the label side facing out. If I never did that before, I take note of it now. All right, so I just wet my rag just a little bit more just to get all the surfaces, and I'm gonna do the mirror afterward. I'll probably get a new rag because this one's gonna have some residue from the counter and it's not gonna shiny up the mirror. I do have those e-cloths. They're like 2 for $14. I got one as a gift. They're great. Honestly, they really are. But these work just as good. So I'm just like, well, you know, I'll just use these right now. That's all I have with me. I didn't bring those up. I have 3 buckets I normally bring. I have my cleaning bucket, my rag bucket, and then my other bucket of the dusters and all that. So I just brought some basic stuff from that other bucket, so I don't have to carry all 3 up here. But my usual go-to for cleaning is the Dawn Power Wash, which I refill all on my own. That shower cleaner I was telling you about that I refill. And the Pine Salt Water and Comet, and then the toilet cleaner. Now for extras, if I need a really deep clean house, because not all homes are like that, I do have my bleach and water just in case. I do have Barkeeper's Friend, and I do have vinegar and water too, but it's not that often I break those out. So, and if for floor cleaning, I use is Murphy's oil and water, and or some people like me using my shower cleaner, which is basically the vinegar. Basically, actually just Dawn soap and vinegar in water is what I've been using for a couple people's homes because they thought it did a better job, which, to be honest, it really does. Just your basic stuff. You can save the money and not buy all that cleaning stuff and just use your basic ingredients of Dawn soap. I don't know why it has to be Dawn soap, but I just been using Dawn soap. Cleaning vinegar, if you want, it's a little higher acidic than regular vinegar. They have me using the 30% vinegar. Now that stuff kills weeds. If you ever spray that, just put it in a bottle. Do not dilute it. Squirt of vinegar. I'm telling you, those 2 ingredients are the bomb for everything. If you want to kill some weeds out in your front yard, put some 30% vinegar, a little squirt of Dawn soap into a spray bottle. It'll kill those weeds within hours. It's amazing. But it's a little acidic, so I've just been using either the cleaning vinegar, which is 6% acidic, or regular vinegar, which is 5%, and it works fine. So there's that. And if you're wondering, I'm wearing a mic. So in case I turned over like this, you can't see me. I didn't want my voice to not carry over to the phone because I've been told many times, you need to get a mic for my other channels. This is just my cleaning channel I thought I would do, but I haven't been doing that many of them because I don't always get a day off. And I'm like, sometimes on my day off, I just want a day off. But I'm like, you know what? I could really use it. This bathroom needs to be clean. And yes, I'm using my own house as a prop because I didn't think it would be, my cleaning clients would appreciate me using their home. But my house is old, so it's it doesn't have brand new stuff. So you're looking at old clean. And it's not always upkept because I'm cleaning other people's homes all day. So there's that. You know how it is. It's like if you see a foreman, I used to clean for our foreman, and his house is always under construction, but he's too busy doing other people's homes. I've noticed that with a lot of people. It's like you don't get paid to do your own home, so it's like you're tired, you want to just take a day off. But if I can make a video out of it, then the motivation's back. So I don't like living in filth, if that's the case, but I don't want to always be cleaning every time I'm off either. So I let the dust get to it, and then I'm like, well, time for a video. And that's how it works out. Oops, I got my phone holder. I'm gonna Yeah, things have gotten dusty up in here. It's kind of interesting bathroom. I love these bathrooms out here because they're so big compared to the one I used to live in California. It's like a room in here. All right, so I'm just wiping down everything. And whatever I get, I'm gonna do the mirrors next. I want to make sure I got. I'll probably do a quick cleaning in my daughter's room. She was bummed I chose this bathroom over hers. It's only because I've used her bathroom before, and I'm like, well, I wanted to do a different bathroom. All right, so let's put this in my bag of dirty rags. I just keep a bag for dirty rags, so you separate them from the clean ones. Grab another one of these yellow rags. Now I've got a mirror right there with the closet. And I can also do that one too. I'll pan over to that afterward. All right, so here we go. Just slightly damp rag. All you need is a little water. You don't need all that other stuff. It works just as good. It really does. Save yourself the money. Because I normally like to keep my bottles full for every cleaning. I can get expensive if I'm buying all those expensive products. So buying your basic products, you can buy them in bulk, and it doesn't take that long to fill up your bottles with all the concoctions that I just talked about. You don't have to be precise on them. I just do a squirt of this, squirt of that, squirt of that. Add the rest of water. You're good. Okay. I do have a duster, and I'm going to. That's when you start looking at doing this spot. I'm seeing a spot right here. Sometimes it gets a little bit, like I'll see a streak. So I like to kind of look at it from an angle, make sure I got everything. Okay, looks pretty decent. And then let me get the duster and put that over there. Let me get the duster for the between the light bulbs here. It's pretty dusty. The backside of the light bulbs, holy crap. In all honesty, I should have done that first. I was too busy focusing on the sink, but that's one thing I noticed that you want to take the note, the order. I know some people, I've had people call this mindless work, which I thought was very rude. You got to know what you're doing. It's not just, oh, look at me, I'm just wiping down a counter. You got to do it in a certain order. And right now, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just fine. Normally, I do in order. If I don't have to finish a room at a time because somebody's at home and they need me to have this room done so they can hide out, I do the bathrooms, then I do the kitchen. Then I go back and dust. And then I do the floors. And so everything can drop down to the floor at the very end. That's when you vacuum. It works out just fine. So I'm going to pan over here and we do this mirror. I'm going to go ahead and use this same rack that I was using for the sink. Let me just get it wet real quick. Quick little boom. Okay. You don't want it too wet. Just enough just to get all the dust off the mirror and whatever smudges in maybe on here. And there we go. So I'm definitely gonna sweep the floors afterward. I just have a little, it's easier to do it than my vacuum, but I'll vacuum the carpet afterward. But that's not gonna be on this. We're just talking about bathrooms today. Okay, so nice and clean, we're good. All right, let's go back to the tub and let's get started scrubbing that. All right, I'm gonna bring that camera down low so you can see me. You can't even see me. Hang on a second. Let me just readjust that and get it so you can see of everything. Okay. All right, so what I do when it has a big tub like that, I always try to have a cup with me so you can just kind of, makes it easier to disperse the water. Also helps to fill it up with a little water. So you have a free rag, so the rag can get that. And yeah, this has like a calcium buildup right here that I'm gonna get my scour stick on. So definitely very dusty. I have stuff here that I want to move along. Let me just move these dog food and stuff. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely overdue for cleaning. Okay, there we go. So this thing dripped a lot. It's supposedly fixed, but sometimes it drips very slow and it creates this calcium line here. And so this particular scour stick does great for that. All right, let me show you a different. I'll be right back. All right, I just wanted to show you on this side, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not saying, oh my God, it's clean. You're like, is it though? So I just kind of did it. And around there. Some of it's a good old elbow grease to help get it off here. Okay, it's getting a lot of it off, so that's good news. Okay, I'm going to start rinsing it off. And so let me adjust the camera one more time for you. All right, time for rinse off. Go back to the other side just so changing it up. And let's get it, squash this off. Back in the bucket. I always have a rag on the bottom of the bucket because it gets wet from all the dropping the wet sponges and stuff, or damp sponges anyway. So now I'm just taking this cup of water and rinsing everything off. And then I'll take my rag and wipe it all down. Get it all off. Lots of dust and residue of dog hair. That's always fun. I don't think anybody uses a bath but the dogs these days. Here's a nice tub though. While I'm doing it, I might go around, right? Touch the water. It's very therapeutic, in all honesty. So if you ever wonder why you feel refreshed after a shower, that's why. Because you're grounded, you have no idea. But yeah, definitely look it up. There's a movie on it called earthing.com and on YouTube, Grounding and Earthing. It's a good hour video, but it definitely explains it. And because the earth is an electric charge, you think about all those storms and stuff, it definitely has a charge to it. And so when you're touching your bare feet to the ground, your body's like a charging phone charging on a charger, basically. It's worth a shot. It's free. It's free to do. It literally got rid of my hot flashes. Like I have to do it daily though. My anxiety goes away, but you have to do it daily, like 15 minutes a day. So that's I'm like, oh, you know, I realize when I'm cleaning, I'm like, I am grounding, and that's why I always feel a little at ease. If I'm having a tense day or something, and then I start to go clean, I feel better. That's why. Very interesting. All right, now let me get the towel and fix that camera. I'll be right back. Always at a weird angle. Oh well, right? I know some of these people who have cleaning videos are like everything's already clean and pristine, and I'm like, what are they cleaning? Because everything already looks clean. How much of a challenge is that? You're cleaning. Maybe that's what people like to see, the aesthetics of just someone going through the motions of cleaning something, but nothing's really being cleaned because it's already cleaned. I don't know how that works. Don't know how many videos I will make or how many views I'll get or subscribers because I'm just a basic person. I'm doing a video. My other channels, I have a couple other ones, a Weight Watchers one, because I'm down 40-some pounds. And my other one that I can basically do a lot of keto on because I live in the Vegas area and I love keto. But I just do it for fun. And this is motivating me. So if I do a video, it motivates me to want to do a video. And that means I'm clean. That's all my daughter was like, oh, you're not going to do my bathroom? I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I was going to, but I realized your bathroom's kind of clean and mine needed one. So it's like, oh. So now I wonder if she's going to make sure it gets dirty. She's been an upkeeping person. So don't make me, which I'm glad. Okay, now all the stuff that goes back on here is a little dusty, so I'm going to wipe all that down. I already bought this a long time ago. Cute little candle thing. Ooh, there goes. Ooh, I'm kind of glad that did that because I need to dust under these tea lights too. So sometimes things happen for a reason. There. Come here. Come back. So, that back in the corner. And then put all the dog shampoos, whatnot back in here. Flip side up. If you have OCD, working at a grocery store zoning is probably right up your alley because everything has to be just right. Perfectly lined, label side out. It's funny. It's like that'd be like something they would do normally at home. So it's like you're just doing what you're doing at home and getting fulfillment off of it. Now there's some residue in the bathtub right now that I'm seeing. I also like to wipe down the shampoo bottles if they're got residue on them. They can look nice. And just use my fingernails to scrub any shampoo residue off of it, or soap, or whatever it is. Okay. Gonna dry it up. There we go. Boom. Done. And then let's see the cup. I need the cup one more time for the last rinse off, and then we'll be done. So we'll do, I guess we'll do the toilet real quick. I'm not going to show you, like, I always think what, like a toilet, like, nobody wants to see a gross toilet. Unless you do, I don't know. I just thought you would just see me from afar doing it. Just so you don't have to see. It's not that gross. But anyway, it's not that great either. So I'm going to show you that. It seems kind of gross. Let's go over to the toilet and get that done. Boom. All right, so you're going to see what you're going to see right now. I'm going to get my knee pads out. I have my Pine Sol. I've already sprayed it, but I like to spray it again when it's time. Get a toilet brush. So anyway, so I'm just going to, I already have that toilet bowl cleaner in there, so that's been sitting for a couple minutes for a while. Getting all nice and clean. All right. All right, so now I'm going to take my Pine Sol again. So I'm just going to spritz everywhere. And I start from the top and work my way to the bottom. And this is dusty. I kind of dust off the toilet paper rolls. So I start from the top here and I work my way to the toilet bowl itself. Is going to be at the very end. I'm definitely going to sweep this area because... All right, sorry guys. I really can't see much. Don't think you really want to, but normally I do, depending on the person, but I normally have shoes on, but I'm at home. So. Okay. Make sure it's everything. I noticed though there's some pristine homes I clean. And I clean every week, every other week, my apologies, every other week. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm not really feeling like I'm cleaning much. But then they'll skip a week because they're on vacation or something. And I'll come back 2 weeks, there's a 2-week break. So there's like a month since I've been there. I'm like, oh yeah, toilet's still, the rings come back from just the hard water sitting in the toilet and stuff. So I guess what's nice about this job is that dust always comes back. So your maintenance cleaning is always needed. All right, so now I definitely has a lot of dust. So I'm gonna go ahead and flush that as I finish wiping down the rest of this and around it, because there's a lot of dust on this thing. Damn. Okay. Now what to do is sweep it and mop, which will be at the end. I won't really bother filming that part of it, but just wanted to show you the basics of scrubbing. So I'll be right back and we'll do this. All right, now it's for the shower time. I am going to use a magic eraser as well. This floor is really old and just dingy. And then I have my little bucket of water to get this and this wet. So we're going to just start scrubbing away with this thing. And it's got the Comet and the cleaner already on there. So this one's nice because it has a shower head that I can remove and squirt around. But if I didn't, I'd just be doing the cup thing where I fill it up with the water and the cup and then I just kind of rinse everything off. Definitely makes it faster. That one's got the shower head that's removable. But yeah, this is definitely overdue. And let's see about this. Just cleaning. It's not going to be perfect because this is an old floor, and I think that is just whatever that top is. The bottom on this is like wearing off. That's definitely helping get rid of any grime on there. Sometimes the brush will help with the tile grout. Get right in there. I also have one of those motorized brushes that work pretty good too. But you don't really need it. It's just gets places that you hand might not be able to reach. So there's just gonna keep going with the bottom here. Get the sides. What's another great thing to join is they have some great Facebook groups for housekeepers that you can join, and you can ask a question and they'll have an answer on how to clean something if you're having a struggle on how to clean something. challenge, somebody has a great answer on that stuff. Don't mention products I've never heard of before. Like Black Lysol, I think it's one of them. I'm like, I've heard of that before. But some of these are professional cleaners that they clean industrial areas, and they've got like big stuff, you know, like I'm just cleaning homes. There's cleanings that are different, I've noticed. If you clean for like, let's see, an Airbnb, stuff like that, there's laundry involved. There's like different cleanings for realtors. You want to get the house ready for staging. If you clean for someone who lives there, just wants a maintenance clean, I find that to be the easiest to clean, depending on the person, of course. Okay, so let's go do the walls up here. Be right back. All right, I didn't bother taking the stuff off the things here because I'm just doing a quick cleaning at this point. So I just wanted to show you the logistics of it. Let me move up my phone just a little bit. There we go. Just want to get the side here. And then for the door, I'm just gonna have to rinse it off with a rag. The other thing that caused a lot of soap scum is bar soap. So if you don't want to get soap scum on your shower as easily, stay away from bar soap because that really does create that to come back so quickly. So actually I have a shower, so I don't need to have this anymore. I'm just gonna put this here for now. Now I'm gonna rinse it, get my shower. All right, my hands rinsed. This towel is just to wipe my hands with. This is a new towel, by the way, not the one I use for the toilet. But I always bring enough, more than enough, with me everywhere I go. As far as I always top up my cleaners, bottles, and bring enough towels because you never know. There's been some places where I've used almost all the towels, if they're new, and they don't tell you how dirty you're walking into. Always come prepared. I always bring more than I need anyway. I have 2 vacuum cleaners. I use the Oric. They're easy to, they're not that expensive and they're easy to fix or unclog and all that. And replace the belts and the roller brushes. They're all super easy to do. Then I have 1 canister vacuum. Then I have an outdoor, indoor broom, and then one of those little brooms to like maybe sweep the baseboards with. And then I have a mop stick that has the mop head, so you just squirt and use that like a bonus stick kind of. And I have the regular mop and bucket type because there was this one floor that the mop heads were just popping off constantly because the floor was uneven and it just wouldn't work. And I'm like, okay, I need to have this mop and bucket kind of mop too, just in case for that reason. Most people don't care for the mop and bucket, but some don't. Everyone's different, as I've noticed. Let me fix this real quick. Get this in here real good. Okay. All right, I don't have the rugs down, so my feet are slippery on this floor. Let me get a rag, and I will just kind of polish off let's dry everything off. I'm going to get this rag wet real quick just so I can rinse this door off. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to cough. I'm like, ooh, I'm not going to cough on you guys. That's just nice to have it itchy. Dry throat real quick. Okay. Now for the outside, same thing because I saw there. All right. So I missed a spot. All right, guys. Well, that ends the bathroom cleaning. I don't know. Hopefully these tips helped you. It's what I normally do. So I'm just going to do the rest. Just sweep the floor at the end here. So anyway, hope this helps. And thank you guys for watching. Bye, everybody.